Any decision that the government's going to make right now is going to be the wrong decision in so many people's eyes.
For Quebecers, the days may continue to look like this. Staying home for the next few weeks. More reading, more cooking, more sleeping, more working and learning virtually. As the province looks to impose new and stricter lockdown measures that could include some sort of curfew.
Doing a full-blown lockdown as far as curfews and things I don't think the curfew is necessary. People need to be able to get outside. They need to go for walks. They need to just respect what's being put out there as far as the restrictions.
La Presse reporting Quebec may start a complete lockdown as of Saturday, expected to last 3 to 4 weeks, quoting government sources that public health is also advising to impose a curfew that would begin at 8 or 9 p.m., continuing into the morning. If it happens, it'll be a first in Canada. The shutdown would extend to schools, offices, construction work, and all other activities and commercial operations, except those deemed essential, like grocery stores and pharmacies. Since December 25th, a partial shutdown has been in place, with non-essential stores closed.
What has been done since mid-November has been insufficient to stop the increase in the epidemic curve.
Quebec reporting more than 2,500 new COVID-19 cases Tuesday, the province with the highest per capita case rate in Canada, 11% positivity rate in testing, 62 new deaths, and over 1,300 people hospitalized. An update on Quebec's lockdown plan scheduled for Tuesday, postponed to Wednesday at 5 p.m. The province needing more time to make critical decisions.
We
were there to support the provinces in making difficult decisions, and we will continue to do so. I know it's not what people want to hear, that we will have to continue to keep rules and stay indoors. The schools, maybe leave them closed 1 week longer to see, but I think construction needs to continue.
We have to think about pleasure, but we have to think about security. And security has to be respect if we want to have pleasure after.
Online, some saying lockdown extension, I'm not surprised, but a curfew is a little extreme. Another saying we need it.
The virus finds ways to go from one individual to the other, and the data are clear. We have currently an increase in the number of cases, and without a drastic change in the behavior in the population, that will continue.
The sooner we come together as a community and we realize the severity of this and we work with the government and abide by the rules that are being put in place, we'll get over this sooner and be able to come back to some sort of normal.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.